Fear is something we all experience, a thread running through our lives, shaping our decisions, and influencing our relationships. Today, we're diving deep into the nature of fear, guided by the timeless teachings of Jiddu Krishnamurti. His insights help us not just to understand fear, but also to confront and ultimately transcend it. Krishnamurti describes fear as both a psychological construct and an emotional response. It stems from attachment, memory, and our endless search for security. Together, let's explore its origins, its effects, and the path to freedom from its grip. At its core, fear is a response to perceived threats, whether physical, emotional, or existential. Physical fear arises from immediate danger, like encountering a predator or avoiding an accident. Psychological fear is more complex. It emerges from thought and imagination, tied to memories and projections. For instance, we fear failure or rejection not because of present danger, but due to what we anticipate or remember. Krishnamurti identifies several underlying causes of fear. Attachment. We hold tightly to people, possessions, and ideas, fearing their loss. For example, the fear of losing a loved one stems from our deep emotional connection to them. Desire for security. Our minds crave stability in a world that's inherently unpredictable. This longing for control breeds fear, especially of change and the unknown. Memory and projection. Fear often arises when past pain or failure is projected onto the future. A single traumatic experience, like public speaking anxiety, can condition us to fear similar situations indefinitely. Fear of the unknown. As creatures of thought, we fear what we can't predict, understand, or control, whether it's death, uncertainty, or change. Krishnamurti pinpoints thought as the driving force behind fear. Thought recalls memories of the past and anticipates future scenarios, creating a cycle. A memory or thought triggers an emotional reaction. The mind projects future pain or loss. Each cycle reinforces the fear, embedding it deeper within us. He challenges us to consider, without thought, is there fear? Krishnamurti's approach to fear isn't about escaping or suppressing it, but about observing and understanding it fully. Observation without judgment. When fear arises, pause and observe it. Ask, what is the source of this fear? Why does it persist? Observing fear without labeling or avoiding it reveals its roots. Awareness of thought. Recognize how thought perpetuates fear. By observing how memories and projections fuel your fears, you weaken their control. Facing fear directly. Avoiding fear only strengthens it. Facing it with full attention dissolves its power. As Krishnamurti says, when you meet fear head-on, with full attention, it dissolves. Letting go of attachment. Examine the attachments behind your fears. Fear diminishes as you release the need to control outcomes. For instance, the fear of failure fades when success is no longer tied to your self-worth. Living in the present. Fear thrives on the past and future. Anchoring yourself in the present through mindfulness or meditation can reduce its grip. 8. Fear and relationships. Fear deeply influences how we relate to others. Fear of rejection fosters dependency and manipulation. Fear of loss creates possessiveness and control. Krishnamurti emphasizes that love and connection can only flourish in the absence of fear. When fear is gone, relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, free from control or insecurity. Key takeaways on fear. Fear is rooted in thought, perpetuated by memory and anticipation. Observing fear without judgment dissolves its hold. Releasing attachments and living in the present liberates us from its grip. As Krishnamurti beautifully states, to live with fear is to live in a prison. Freedom comes not from escaping fear, but from understanding it completely. Conclusion: fear is more than a challenge. It is a profound teacher. By exploring its roots, understanding its mechanisms, and embracing life without attachment, we free ourselves to live with clarity, courage, and peace. May each of us take this journey, transforming fear into a gateway to great